the last part of this post. First, let us read, then I'll give you the explanation later. There are a lot of people in the world, and I have to accommodate my liberty to their liberties. We are all liable to forget this, and unfortunately, we are much more conscious of the imperfections of others in this respect than of our own. A reasonable consideration for the rights or feelings of others is the foundation of social contact. It is in the small matters of contact, in the observance of the rules of the road, that we pass judgments upon ourselves and declare that we are civilized or uncivilized. The great moments of heroism and sacrifice are rare. It is the little habits of commonplace intercourse that make up the great sum of life and sweeten or make bitter the journey. The first point of this paragraph is we have liberty, freedom, right as others have. In other way, others have freedom as we have freedom, right or liberty. So, every one of us have the freedom, liberty to express. Good. The author reminds us that we very often forget about it, that we are only bothered about our own freedom, our own liberty, our own right, simply taking it for granted, the freedom, liberty of others for granted. Alright? Good. Here, what the author says is really very striking one. What the author says is, a reasonable consideration for the rights and feelings of others is the foundation of social conduct. I repeat, a reasonable consideration for the rights and feelings of others is the foundation of social conduct. He says the foundation of social conduct lies in understanding and accepting the feeling and rights of others. What a beautiful sentence is this. In the scripture it is said in different words. It is said that love others as you want them to love you, or treat others as you want them to treat yourself. So we'll have to treat the people in the way that we want the people to treat us. What a beautiful thing. That is what is said in the paragraph. Alright? And here the way that we treat ourselves decides whether we are civilized or uncivilized. So, if we are whether we are civilized or uncivilized is determined by the small act of following the rules and regulations of the road. That is what the author insists. You see how practical the author is. You see, the great moments of heroism and sacrifice are rare. The author understands the mindset of the modern people. We cannot expect any great moments of heroism or sacrifice at present. So he says that it's very rare. So he insists it is in the small action that we can show whether we are civilized or uncivilized. They say first impression is the best impression. Here the small deed determines us whether we are good or bad. That is what the author says. Finally, the author concludes that our life is after all a good journey. That our life is just a journey. And it is up to our activity, it is up to our habits, it is up to us, up to our activity to make the journey sweet or bitter. It's all up to us. So considering the feelings and rights of others is a beautiful way to make the life journey a beautiful one, a sweet one. Otherwise, it will become a bitter one. And that's all, my dear students. This is the end of the prose, and hereafter, one by one, we can see the glossary and grammatical exercises that has been given in the book. Is that all right? Good. My dear students, before seeing the glossary, let us see something about the author of this prose. Alfred George Gardiner was a British journalist and author. He was a prolific essayist, and his style and subject matter easily qualified him to be categorized as what the English would call a very civilized gentleman. His essays include on habits, on being tidy, and on talk and talkers, and the rule of the road. Was included in one of the Gardiner's compilations titled Leaves in the Wind, and was published under his pseudonym Alpha of the Plough. Pseudonym is a different name that it's a kind of pen name. You know, when we write, when we become writers, we use our name. It's a different name. It's called pseudonym. All right, good. Shall we see the glossary? See, the word has been given and the meaning, equal meaning is given. Confusion, mess. Peril, risk or fear. Pedestrians, a persons who walk on the streets. Chaos, again confusion. Anarchy, lawlessness or rebellion. Preserved, maintained or saved. Curtailed, reduced. Tyranny, autocracy. Insolence, rudeness. Interfere, hinder or disturb. Contract, commitment. Indifferent, unconcerned. Fancy, desire. Shandy, lemonade. Ridiculous, comical. Conventional, normal. Accommodate, fit in with. Consideration, scrutiny. My dear students, I have sent you enough and more guides to you. In the guide, you will have answers for all these questions that are found at the back of the prose. But still, I want to give you some, I want to remind you the exercises that has been given in the book. Alright, so answer the following questions in one or two sentences. It's a small questions and answers. You can short question and answers. You can go through it and try to answer. Students, these are the questions that are likely to come in your 3 mark questions. So read the questions carefully and answer the questions carefully. Alright, and all the more you have the paragraph 1, 2, 3, 4 around 5 4 paragraphs have been given, and the answers have been given to you through guide, and along with that I have paragraphs and I have sent you. You can see those paragraphs and you can study and you can write and check by yourself. Alright, good.